My name is Khalid Ransom. The full Govey is Khalid Ransom Ambersley. A word that describes me would be calm, chill, something like that. Moved to Toronto from Atlanta like just right before the pandemic. The goal was to like really set myself up and live a bit better than I was in Atlanta. So to be a young black professional, I think to be a black person, you got to work a little harder. But then I think as a young person, just starting in any industry, you got to really put in the work to get to the places that you need to get to. To be a young black professional, it's got to put in the work. Don't give up. It's gonna be hard at times, but it's gonna end up paying off. Hard work ends up paying off in the end. I'm definitely in a better position now than I was when I first got out here. So yeah, just the work is gonna pay off. Still always a lot to learn. So everything is different. Everything is a different experience. But as long as you're willing to put the work in, it's gonna pay off. The C Center for Young Black Professionals is supportive. Definitely there for you when you need any help, need any resources, or just need some people to talk to.
My name is Nancy Lemmy, but best known as Nisi Lexi. Best word describe me, I'm a CEO lady. There was a post in Facebook about C that offering a digital marketing advanced class. I registered and I was actually one of the last applicant. And from there, I just knew that was a sign for me to get into that whole field of digital marketing. What it means to me to be a young black professional is because I'm in a field where there's not so many black people that are here, especially when one of my last position, I was the only one in the team, and I knew it is very important for us to take spaces and to also show our presence in these places. And as a young black professional, I'm able to kind of inspire other people to be like, hey, if Nancy can do it, I can do it too. The Young Black and Professional is definitely the place to be, because this is where you are going to be able to not only develop your skill as a professional, young black professional, but you're also going to be getting the resources, the access to people that are going to be rooting for you and people that are going to know your value, know your self-worth.
My name is Gloria Okoye, and one word that describes me is adventure. I'm a writer for 20 years. I write poetry for about 9-10 years. I got connected to C through Tugs. But one of my biggest passion is to humanize people that are impacted by incarceration. Being yourself and being open. I find that oftentimes once you get into the professional field, you get censored. There's also like the fear, you don't want to get stigmatized, you don't want to be put into like the category. And that's why I want to meet people where they're at. And as a young black professional, it's beyond the clothing. It's beyond the surface words. It's your lived experience. Be open in communication. Be honest. Don't push yourself because of a check. Don't push yourself because you're worried what your boss will think. Just be honest and they will respect you more. Love them. Really love them. The Center for a Young Black Professional is be yourself.
My name's Kareem Bennett, Kareem Danny Lee Bennett, and one word to describe me would be creative. How I got into C is through, youth organizations at the time. I was able to get connected through a youth worker who worked with C, and they were telling me about different opportunities that they provided, and I got in through the production assistance program. I would say I'm passionate about arts as a professional platform for not only me as a Black youth, but I feel like also coming from the communities that I serve, being able to have that representation in these spaces. So I feel like that's what I'm very passionate about. I think I would tell myself to just don't be afraid of asking to ask questions. Coming into new spaces that's a professional setting, just ask as much questions as you can. Representing my community everywhere I go, letting people know that people that come out of our community or the spaces that I've grown up in are not only willing to do the work, but capable of doing the work. And although we come from a disenfranchised place, we find ourselves being able to branch out and blossom and embrace the qualities that we find within ourselves as we grow older. Dudes, just always be attentive, be willing to learn, be willing to learn from the mistakes that you do make. The only don't I can think of is just don't give up. One word that comes to mind is like enterprise. I feel like it's an amazing professional organization for youth, by youth.
My full name is Tufuma, Takambarera Garabwa, Dominable. I ended up finding out through my sister. She recommended the program to me, and I ended up looking online, and I signed up for the underwriting associate program, and then that's really how I got to know C. I think I'm passionate about communication. I think my talent is talking, and so throughout all of my different jobs, I've always focused on honing that as a skill, and it's taken me to different places. I work now for Zurich Insurance Group as an underwriting associate, and actually in November I was interviewed to be the founding chairperson of the Zurich African Caribbean Alliance, which I've been the chairperson since November of 2021. I guess it's unique to me because I'm doing it, but I think it's really something anyone could do. It's exciting to me to be able to choose. I think for me, what makes it unique for me is how excited I am about the opportunity to be able to make my own choices, and that's really what I focus on when I'm doing stuff like this. Yeah. But when it comes to being a young Black professional at work or in any environment, I don't think in life you don't get what you deserve, only what you have the leverage to negotiate. But to be a young Black professional, I think you have to be hungry, and you have to want it. And no one else is going to give that to you but yourself. The only thing that matters is that you're important. Like, you have to really know that. Like, you have to really know that. Like, when you're being interviewed and they're asking you, why do you deserve to work here? Because I'm important. Do's and don'ts, I guess, is that, like, as much as I like talking, I think, like, ask questions that you generally want to know, that you're interested in. Ask questions that help show your understanding, that help give you deeper meaning. I think C has helped me navigate to get to where I am by many, many factors, not just the program itself, right? What I like C is that, the aspect of how they take care of you after you're done your program. That's the important thing, right? And the jobs are a great part, but building people, I think, is even more important. And to me, that's what C does really well.
My full name is Tamir Boateng, and a word that best describes me is reliable. I found C because I was researching charities that support Black youth, and I just came across it by chance, and I was looking into insurance at the time too, and they had an insurance program, so I was like, this is a good coincidence. Let me try and apply for this, and I got it, and it's been a fun journey from there. I would say that I'm passionate about learning because I like to have a complete understanding of things that I'm doing. I like to be able to solve a problem that's given to me and see different viewpoints and things and see how different subjects I'm learning about connect to each other. So the training I received at C was for the insurance underwriting program. So we basically learned the tasks that an underwriting associate would do. And my most recent role, I started an internship this month at CIBC as a finance intern. So I'm working end-to-end process review. It's a lot of new stuff and I'm excited to get new experience too. I would say just to be open and take everything in, take a lot of notes, because the training you get at C is very unique and it's hard to find elsewhere. I would say just educate yourself on the different opportunities that there are in finance and accounting. You can work with a business and banking and investments and tech, and people are not really aware of all, and insurance as well. So people are not aware of all the opportunities that there are. And a don't, I guess, would be just to not over stress about it, because it's not heart surgery is what people say. A lot of the internship that I got now was probably based off of C, because like they helped me get that experience and that like real world office experience that I wouldn't have gotten probably without C. So I was just grateful for them giving me the opportunity to expand my professional life and career. C Center for Young Black Professionals is amazing.